I'm so excited that I'm turning 20 tomorrow. Not a teenager anymore. No, I'm so excited. You can really tell. I'm so excited. No, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Like, not to take pleasure in the tears of the suffering of any human being, but seeing this clip I actually found kind of refreshing. Like, this was relatable. It's normal. It's natural to feel sad at getting older. At a biological level, it's normal for women to feel sad as they age. Their fertility window is closing. Their attractiveness to men decreases. It used to be normal for women to be sad about getting older. We all used to understand that, but now consider what happens to women in a society if the culture has repeatedly lied to them about their aging process, telling them that their opportunities are going to multiply, that they're still beautiful, that they're still desirable. Observe.
What's your age?
36.
28.
Are you single?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a red flag that you're single at 36.
No.
Why
Because-
would it be a red flag? She's a picky woman.
So what does a right man look like to you?
Someone who believes in women and men share gender roles. It's not the old days where it's like women cook and clean and take care of the children. We're all educated these days,
So you wouldn't mind having a stay-at-home husband while you took care of the house?
I
I
think
don't
we
think
should.
that's equal. You know,
No.
it should be fair.
Why would I be panicked if I was 37 and single? Being single, vibing, like I'm in my beautiful New York City apartment. I'm good. There's no panic over here. And this idea of the panic and the doom that's gonna come when you hit your late 30s, it is so rooted in patriarchy. Because think about it, if we let go of all this fear and instead decided to uphold a higher standard for all men collectively as women, then men would be forced to change and to evolve.
I mean, that's a new one. Patriarchy now being blamed for women aging. I mean, the mere suggestion that men might not be interested in dating older women, it's so rooted in patriarchy. The irony of calling that perspective sexist, men not wanting to date old women, is that it's exactly the opposite. It is sexist, but against men. Her framing, men need to change, men need to evolve, that perspective is massively sexist against men. Firstly, from the perspective of consent and choice, why shouldn't men have the right to be attracted to and to date whoever they choose? If they find a 21-year-old woman more attractive than a 37-year-old woman, that's his choice, that's his business. Respect it. But secondly, from the perspective of biological reality, there are good reasons why men are attracted to young women and not old ladies. Younger women are less likely to have had a large number of sexual partners, which in turn means that her capacity to pair bond and show loyalty is much higher. They're healthier, they're more beautiful, they have more years ahead of them to spend in a partnership. They're often more feminine, they're less cynical, and young women are less likely to have had a large number of sexual partners, which gives her an increased capacity to show loyalty, to pair bond. There's a greater chance of paternity certainty, there's a reduced chance of her cheating. She's more likely to have healthy children, and she has the capacity to have lots more children than an older woman does. These are male preferences that we have no control over. They are biologically hardwired into us. And it is incredibly sexist of women to not respect that. Yet so often we see that there is no respect for what men want. Men's preferences are not considered important. What's important are women, what a woman is feeling. Our priority is to make sure that every single woman out there feels beautiful and desirable, no matter her age. And so, have you noticed that there is a concerted push across the culture trying to convince men that older and older women are attractive? Check out this headline. Angelina Jolie shows off age-defying makeover. Angelina Jolie is 49 years old. Beautiful, yes, but she looks 49. Jennifer Aniston explains why she doesn't seem to age. Okay, no doubt she is a beautiful woman, but she absolutely ages. She's 55 now, and she looks 55. Salma Hayek, 56, is aging backwards in glam new photo. Aging backwards, really? The subtitle there says Salma Hayek looked like her 25-year-old self in a new selfie shared to Instagram. All right, let's test that. Let's look to see what she looked like 30 years ago. Okay, that's her in her mid-20s. Now let's look at both of these photos side by side. Does that look like a woman who hasn't aged? God no, she's 56. She looks 56. She's a beautiful 56-year-old woman. Why is there such a market for articles like this? Why do so many women click on these headlines? Any media piece that portrays old women as like beautiful and stunning, like age doesn't affect them. These articles are just a package of lies that are being sold to women, and I can't understand why they would want to be customers. It seems to me that they just don't want to deal anymore with the uncomfortable reality of the fact that they will age, that their looks will fade, and so they're trying to buy into this narrative that you can defeat aging, you can look 25 even in your 50s. Here are the facts. Women, you will get older. You will get less attractive, and fewer men will desire you sexually. Certainly when it comes to men looking to wife you up and start a family, as you get older, those options drop off exponentially. If that hurts your feelings, I'm sorry, that sucks to be you, but that is reality. Now, in the face of that, you have three choices. Number one, be in denial. I will still be beautiful at 40, men will still want me. Second choice, blame men. Yeah, I'm not as attractive as I once was, but men shouldn't be so superficial. Looks don't matter. Men shouldn't be so shallow. They should desire me even when I'm an old lady. That's also not going to work. Or your third choice, which is don't take your youth and your beauty for granted. Make good use of your time. Do not spend your 20s reveling in the power that you have over men. Partying, soaking up attention, having one-night stands. You're wasting your best years. Use your peak desirability to find a good man and then secure a long-term commitment from him. That way, when your looks fade, you'll be okay because he's not just interested in your appearance. The two of you have pair bonded. You've created a life, probably a family together. Suddenly, you're not just valued for how pretty your face is, but by the fact that you're a good mother. Women, you need to have a plan for when your looks fade because they are going to fade. Trust me, it's coming.
What is something you found out late in life that you should?
That my body and looks and sexual desirability was not always going to be the same my entire life, and that it was at its peak in my early 20s, and that I should use that to my advantage in life. That I shouldn't give up the cat, whatever you want to call it, so early and make men actually chase you because that's the game, that's our power as women, and that the sexual marketplace is not the same when you're dating in your 30s as when you're dating in your 20s, so maybe take it a little bit more seriously when you're in your 20s at your most powerful as a woman.
I don't know, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I still haven't let go of the feminism that I learned growing up in the 90s, where the teaching was all about how women should be valued for more than just their looks. These articles, I don't understand. How are they helpful? Does this not just reinforce that all women have to offer is their appearance? Isn't that sexist? We used to condemn the pressure that was put on female celebrities to always have to appear young. We would feel sad for women in Hollywood in their 30s and 40s who felt like they still had to look like a 20-year-old and felt compelled to get all these plastic surgeries. Feminism used to get upset about that, but now we get articles like this one, ending the stigma. Celebrities are becoming more outspoken about plastic surgery. So what, now it's empowering for actresses in their 40s and 50s to be getting these surgeries to try and look 21? I get it. You used to be a sex symbol, but the thing is, you're in your 50s now. Let it go. Grow old with some dignity and some grace. Women get older, their looks fade, and shaming men about not finding old ladies sexy anymore is not the solution. Instead, we need to glorify and celebrate expressions of femininity in other forms, so that when women grow older and become beautiful, caring, nurturing mothers, they don't simultaneously feel the pressure to remain hot, sexy young women. Whether it is consciously intended or not, focusing so much on women's appearances has an inherently anti-children impact. If women are raised in a culture that obsesses about their appearance and teaches them that their only value comes from their looks, then of course they're going to be reluctant to become mothers. Being pregnant, giving birth, raising children, that ages you, and that's fine. It's a beautiful stage of life. You're a bit older. You're no longer some young party girl. You're a mother now. That's great. Embrace it. Be a mother. You had your time being young and hot. That's a legitimate stage of life. I hope you enjoyed it. But be graceful in the transition. As you get older, men will find you less attractive. That's a fact. So allow yourself to move into the next expression of femininity. Build your self-worth, your self-esteem around something other than your appearance. Otherwise, you may live to regret it, because whether or not you want to admit it, the end is coming. You're not going to be a young, hot, sexy thing forever, so plan for the future. And for the rest of this video, I want to talk about, for men who are 30 years or older, what age women they are best approaching. Is it women the same age who are also in their 30s? Or if they can get away with it, should they be dating 20-year-olds? If your goal is to have children and a loyal wife and pair bonding, which of those two options is actually the smarter choice, and what are the potential dangers? If you want to hear that discussion, you're going to want to check out the full-length version of this video, which is available on my Patreon. What I release here on YouTube, these are just the shortened abridged versions of my videos. I go into a lot more depth in the full-length versions, which are available on Patreon. Come check me out over there.